Hey Transformers fans, welcome to another Hasbro Pulse fan stream. Thanks for being with us today. We have a lot to cover. So we have some figures that were revealed and pre-ordered a bit ago. I got to reveal them at WonderCon, so we want to go over that with you. We haven't given you all those details. We had something small like a movie trailer launch last week, so we also had an Optimus Prime for Studio series that launched with that. Yep. So we're going to sound off and kind of cover on that so we can get you all the information on that. We have a lot of new reveals today. We got Legacy United Wave 3. Those will be pre-ordering this afternoon. There was also an advertisement for this fan stream. We kind of saw like some glowing red eyes. I think there's a Robosen announcement today. Ooh. We'll have to see. We're going to get to that. And then yeah, I think we also have a Pulse exclusive today that has kind of been revealed, but we haven't talked about continuing something. So we'll get to that. Okay. But first, in case you haven't seen it, let's roll the trailer for you, and we'll be back after we check it out.
So, how long do you think we'll be here? I'm not talking to you.
You know what? We are so screwed.
Thought you weren't talking to me.
I know we're just lowly worker bots who can't even transform. But don't you want to see what's out there? Take these and access your full potential.
We can transform now!
On 3, 1... Okay, wheels! I need wheels! Woo! Guys, that's not good.
We've got these powers for a reason. Let's use them.
Whoa! I got a battle mask! It appeared with this guy. Knife hands? I have knife hands! I can see that.
All right, I mean, pretty awesome. Be sure to sound off in the comments. I'm sure you already are. Let us know how you feel about the trailer. The three of us actually had a chance to go see a retailer preview screening. The movie was about 80% complete animation done. I thought it looked really beautiful, like some of the nicest animation we've had ever in Transformers history. Anything you guys want to add?
I laughed at the humor. The humor was good.
It was. I was just fascinated with Cybertron as a whole. It's just really nice to see a movie in Cybertron and really focus on the origins, and I'm all into it. I'm all in.
It was good. Yeah, it's very interesting. Like you see some of it in the trailer. I don't want to give away which parts are which from the trailer, but it's really, really, really neat. I think it's going to be fun. So this fall, make sure you head out to theaters, check out Transformers 1. Lots more to come from that. There's the whole movie line that you'll be seeing is rolling out. We have another reveal that'll probably be coming Comic-Con-ish time would be my guess. We'll reveal for Studio Series. So before we get any further, why don't we talk about Studio Series TF1 Optimus Prime?
Sure, why not?
So as you guys know, we can check him out here in his bot mode, and then you can see his new Cybertronian truck mode in this next image.
Yeah, here we go. TF1 Optimus Prime, and it is Optimus Prime. This is not Orion Pax. We're kind of considering the mainline figures that have also been revealed to be the Orion Pax form because they are slightly smaller.
That's fair.
Yeah, so
that's good.
This is Deluxe scale, and I worked on this with Shusan over at Takara Tomy.
Excellent.
Yeah, and we're kind of resetting a little bit within Transformers 1. The characters will exist in scale with each other at this slightly smaller per se.
At the deluxe price point, yeah. That was something that we decided. It was just, let's lower the scales a little bit so then they're a little bit easier to attain for some people. So it's just something that we're doing there. But this figure is fantastic. He has fantastic articulation. He can pose very well just because of the unique structure of his shoulders. He has his Cybertronian truck mode. He comes with his Energon axe. He also comes with a Matrix of Leadership.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh,
his
nice
chest,
new little
his chest opens up and he's got a matrix in there. And he can hold it. From everything I've seen that's been revealed, no one's really shown how he holds it. But Shusan had an ingenious idea. Essentially...
Shu killing it always.
Always, right? Essentially, Optimus's hands have little tabs on the sides of them. So it just pegs.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, and he's articulated enough that he can actually hold it right in front of him. So
perfect.
Yeah.
So I know these pre-orders sold out pretty fast for a lot of people who are trying to pre-order. This is part of something you've probably seen online. It's called our A-level assortment. So super high-level, very popular characters that will be available at retail for roughly the next 9 to 12 months. So if you missed out on pre-ordering this guy and you enjoy the thrill of the hunt, Optimus very much will be a character that you'll be able to go to retail, find on a shelf, pick up, and add to your collection if you want to go do that this summer when he releases. But there will also be plenty more stock available online, again, after he comes out out roughly sometime in July this year. It's his planned on-shelf date. So plenty of opportunity to still get Optimus if you have not yet had a chance to secure your pre-order. I know he's up some sites, but you will, I promise, you'll be able to get your Transformers 1 Optimus Prime at some point this summer.
It's nice to see him making his way around. And I should probably comment that, hey, color-wise, these are the literal PMS colors the movie is using. So, yeah.
His smokestacks come off his weapons as
Yeah,
well?
they do. They're on a 5mm port.
Are they silver or are they
So this is a much earlier production model that we had before, you know, how the studio
Yes,
does. And we got the PMS colors in, so we shifted to these, which is what's actually in the movie.
Awesome. I love that they come off as
Yeah, they can be
accessories and
blasters,
weapons.
yeah.
That's
And if you
very
haven't
cool.
had a chance, you can head over to Paramount's German YouTube channel and you can watch the trailer in German. It's pretty entertaining. Just gonna throw that out there. I had a lot of fun. They sound very unique with their voice acting for that country. So if you want to have a good little fun,
Okay.
go check that out.
All right.
The Bumblebee scene's really funny.
And you're taking me back to when I would watch German anime intros.
Perfect. All right. So, but how about we take a little break from toys for a second, and we're going to shift into the auto-converting world of Robosen. There's an announcement today. No, I mean, it's out there. We're revealing Megatron, the very much official OG Megatron. So we have a quick little video. Let's show you everything about this, and then we'll get him out on the table and play with him some.
Eager to get him out.
I am Megatron, leader of the Decepticons.
So here it is, officially our good boy OG Megatron auto-converting. This is great. I mean, he's pretty big. Lots of gray gunmetal going on. Yeah. I mean, we've had a lot of fun. We've been playing with Optimus and Grimlock for a while now, but he seems bigger, beefier, bulkier.
Real
right?
working treads?
Real treads, yeah. All right.
Like,
So
wow.
let's turn him on. His cannon here is pretty awesome. Got some great purple LEDs.
I am Megatron, leader of the Decepticons.
Is that Frank?
So good, it's Frank. Like the video said, I mean, you're kind of probably hearing that faintly through our microphones. It's awesome when, you know, Frank is doing this. We've had the original actors on all three now, so keeping that authenticity with these items. All right, so we're going to spin him around because much like Optimus Prime, when he converts, he does it the other way. So we want to make sure that you get to see the full glory of him facing you on camera.
I'm so sorry I'm touching Megatron. Okay.
All right. Yes, the superhero pose.
It's just so flabbergasting to see that like in motion.
Wow.
It's great, right?
Wow.
I mean, he has a ton of accessories too. It's kind of like we're back in the 90s. He's got some projectiles that do work with the cannon. He has a big sword. He's got his mace. So we're not going to put those in his hands while we're doing this today, but you can be able to see that in the video. A lot of fun. I'm pretty sure it will hit one of us while we're standing this close to it. So I don't want to do that and like ruin the moment. He does do some other fun actions. I think he's got a pretty cool like fusion cannon moment.
A pleasure to see you again, Prime. Now you witness the power of my fusion cannon. Take no prisoners.
I love how the little G1 soundtrack is playing in the background of that.
That is
So good.
And he's articulated enough that he can do those classic poses.
so
It's
this
so
thing's
incredible.
great.
Yeah,
So-
it really is.
He's available for pre-order, I believe, right now on Hasbro Pulse, or will be very soon. But don't leave us. Like, watch the whole fan stream. You'll have plenty of time. He'll be up for pre-order for a while, but you'll be able to get it. Full details on him. He comes in at 21 inches tall. He has a lot of servo motors. I forget the exact number, but again, all of those details available for you on the page. A lot of other fun information with him as well. So before we move on to talk about other product, I think we should, let him go to sleep. So yeah.
I am Megatron, leader of the Decepticons.
It's always so good. And then I think my favorite part is when you put him to bed. He says the best phrase ever.
Peace through tyranny.
So if you couldn't hear that on the stream, he does say his famous "peace through tyranny" as we put him to sleep. So check out this graphic here. We have all the pre-order details for you, and this guy will be coming to your collection.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But so how about something new-ish? This was revealed in our 40th anniversary press release, but available for pre-order today. Finally, the second item in our comic anniversary items is Grimlock. Let's check him out here in his Dino mode. Then you can also see him here in his bot mode. Comes with all those swords and the crown. But Evan, let's talk about him officially.
Yeah, I mean, so 40th anniversary, we're trying to hit as many of the big beats as possible, and a lot of people were not just into the cartoon, but also the comic from back then. So this is part of that celebration, where we're just trying to take some of those characters that maybe we haven't done or have been done, and give them the accessories that they need, things like that.
Yeah.
So,
No floating head this time. They get a crown instead.
no,
So,
I couldn't be as morbid as I normally am. But no. Grimlock's crown in gold, even though the first appearance of him in the comic, it was actually silver. But then every other appearance, it was gold. Color accuracy. I never get angry about that. What are you talking about? But he also does come with Slug and Sludge's swords, but then also his comic book sword, which has the little notch cut out of it.
A little chip into it. Yeah,
Yep.
that's cool.
Just as a point of difference.
Yeah.
And worked on this with Hisui-san, so yeah, this is just who did the original Grimlock that we have right here, so this is just kind of adding on to it. And then we added a bunch of that comic deco. Yellow instead of gold, things like that.
Yeah.
The blues instead of the black.
The boxes.
Half-toning.
The box
Yeah.
is great too. The front cover art, again, is that famous Dinobot cover art where they come out of the cave. And then the spine, I'm bad and didn't bring a box. You turn it sideways, starts to complete more of that diorama. So you'll see that in the Ecom images online where you'll be able to see how Shockwave and Grimlock go together. Again, I think that was part of the press release, so you've probably already seen it. But for anybody who's missed it, you'll get a chance to see it again. So this is a Pulse exclusive. Will be available for pre-order today. It'll go up this afternoon, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Pulse Premium member, followed by around 2 p.m. for everybody else. Don't worry, we made a lot of these guys because it's Grimlock and it's awesome and it's a 40th anniversary, so
Yeah.
this is going to be pretty good. More of these to come. We're not done.
No, we're not done.
We definitely have hinted that there are more. As the mural can't just be 2 pieces. It needs to be a little bigger.
Nope.
So,
We have a couple more characters.
all right. So, you know what's better than 1 Dinobot? How about 2 Dinobots? So, I had the privilege of showing off Swoop at WonderCon, but we haven't had a chance to review him yet. So, let's check out Swoop here in his Dino mode. You can see him as a pterodactyl. That's really awesome. And then we also have Swoop here in his bot mode. Again, comes with 2 swords, so there's a lot going on here. We want to make sure that he was there, and I didn't kill him. He's still here. We finished the Dinobots.
And I appreciate you revealing him at WonderCon, so thank you for doing that. Yeah, so here we go. The 5th Dinobot, brought to you by Hisui-san.
Weird. Did he do all of them?
He did all of them. Yeah, which is why they are all top quality and amazing.
I love it. It's a good leader collection. Took a
It
little
is.
while, but we got there.
It did. Perhaps maybe too long, but we did what we could with what we had. So here we go. Leader class Swoop. And I don't know, he's just awesome.
I mean, he is amazing.
He comes with his comic book sword, or not comic book, I'm sorry, his G1 toy sword, but then also Grimlock's G1 toy sword. We had a little bit of room left in the mold, so we were like, hey, yeah, we can put Grimlock's sword in here as well. So his thermo rocket launchers come off, and he can hold these. And then we actually made it so that the missile tip part can come off, so you can put blast effect parts right there.
That's fun.
Yeah.
That is.
Just because in the 86 movie, when they're fighting Unicron at the end, he shoots the missiles off. So I was like, I have to recreate that. And Swoop also can stand, so you can tell him the good parts of the story.
Tell him our good part,
Yeah.
please.
Which that was when we were kicking this off and discussing, it's Swoop has to be able to do this. He has to be able to stand.
Oh, that's amazing. Look at that.
Yeah.
Perfect. So yeah, I do know Swoop is sold out at most places where you like to pre-order, but
Really?
much like Optimus, he will be coming out this summer. There will be opportunity to get him. I'm sure he'll go back in stock. So just be patient with us. Promise we'll let you finish your Dinobot collection. But speaking of Dinobot collection, why don't we show all 5 together? I think we brought the other 4. We'll put them out on the table. We'll take away Swoopy in his
Swoopy.
his Swoopy. And we'll put out all the Dinobots for you. So you can see what your complete collection of Dinobots will look like in Dino mode. Sorry, we didn't bring enough to do them all in bot mode, but we look forward to those pictures when you get them all in hand.
We raided my desk.
Yeah. We broke down Evan's beautiful display. Every time I get to go visit Evan, it's great. I just get greeted by G1 bots, and Dinobots are like the focus of it, and a character I can't talk about yet, but it's pretty awesome.
This is epic.
Yeah, here, we're getting there. we're there. We got them on there.
We got them.
Did it.
There they are.
So
In
yes.
all their
So
glory.
It took a bit, but we
the
got
entire collection, and yes, we hear you. I know a lot of people are just like asking for a reissue on the Studio Series Grimlock. We get it. Just give us some time. I'm sure that he'll eventually see the light of day again at some point.
Oh yeah,
Ish.
and we'll try and rerun some of the others as well.
Yeah.
Just making sure that they get out there and people can complete their collections.
Very true.
So,
These are
All
great.
So, sticking with Studio Series, I also got to reveal Bumblebee movie concept art Sunstreaker. So let's check out Sunstreaker in his bot mode. And then we can also see him here in his Cybertronian car mode. Again, this is concept art from the movie. Never appeared on screen, but we had artwork for it, so we wanted to make them. So
we did.
here is Sunstreaker.
We did have artwork. The only thing that we kind of generated was the alt mode, but we stayed as true to the concept art as possible for Sunstreaker. What's funny is in the height chart that they sent us when they were originally pitching him off, he was gigantic. But it was like, no, we're going to make him the same size as the other ones. So yeah, worked on this with Kunihiro-san. I think this turned out to be like a beautiful figure. Just a lot of the creativity that Kunihiro-san brought into like how the wheels work and how they're like inset inside the pieces made it look like a very futuristic.
Yeah, very Cybertronian.
I like the way the blasters go on the roof too. They just look right.
Yeah, they look like his kind of like engine
Thrusters,
spoiler bit.
yeah.
Yeah. It's just a good figure. I very much enjoy
A lot
it.
of fun. We get a lot of comments. We've gotten a lot of other people that are like, oh, is concept art like a new thing? Are we going to be able to get concept art characters from the first 5 movies? What else is
maybe?
going on? Is there any
Wow.
concept art from '86 that we could get into the line?
All
Video
right.
games. So,
Yeah.
clearly we look at everything.
Yeah.
We can't confirm or deny any future-facing product, but yeah, I mean, if there's artwork for it and we consider it official-ish, I'm sure we are looking at it. So.
Yeah, wherever the spot makes sense
Yeah.
to put it.
All right.
Absolutely.
So another deluxe that I got to reveal was from our Gamer Edition collection, which was video game Sideswipe. So let's check out Sideswipe here in his bot mode, standing very heroically posed there. And then we can also see him in his car mode, or alt mode rather. But again, Cybertronian car. And really awesome here was he finally got his own figure, right?
Yep, exactly. I was super excited to kick this one off and be like, he's not going to be a redeco of Jazz. He's going to be his own figure. And yeah, when we were planning out the line, I made sure to put Sideswipe and Sunstreaker together because you got to keep the brothers together.
Bros.
Yeah. So yeah, worked on this figure with Shusan. It's just the way that he was able to get the wheels on the shoulder and everything like that. Like it feels like the character from the game.
Yep.
It's great. We have been listening to you obviously, so we made sure that his weapon arm doesn't have to just be on his arm, but he can actually hold it. But he will still retain that function of you can take off his arm and put on the weapon to
I
match the
love that
video
function.
game.
So other people can use it, or for your
Yep.
scene pose outs and all of that. So,
Yep.
A lot of fun.
Great Cybertronian sports car type of vehicle.
Yeah.
I really like how that sleek design is. I mean, all those designs are really good.
The conversion for this figure is pretty crazy because it doesn't convert the way that you think it would.
Really?
Because maybe I was used to the Jazz redeco one, but just the way that his
Yeah.
parts rearrange, it's really fun.
Oh,
So,
So that'll be great.
I'll have to
you'll be
give it
getting
a
this in
whirl.
hand.
Yeah.
Still a chance to pre-order. Should be available on Hasbro Pulse. So when you're doing your pre-order this afternoon, you can add this one to your cart as well, and it'll be coming to you this summer. All right, so my final reveal of the day while I was at WonderCon was our good friend Shockwave from Bumblebee movie Voyager Shockwave. So you can see him here in his bot mode, just looking ever so imposing. And then you can see him here in his Cybertronian tank mode. Beautiful purples on this. We actually had a lot of fun with this one. Our good friend John Bailey, who was actually the voice of Shockwave in the Bumblebee movie, was at WonderCon and actually came and played with this. Was super excited to get one of these in
Really?
hand. Did a nice review for it
that's awesome.
for us online.
His
so,
voice is epic.
yeah, he
in
does.
that
He does
movie.
really good voices.
Yeah.
So,
that is awesome.
all right. So Sam worked on this one, so we got to cover that part off.
Yeah, Sam worked on this one with Koki-san. Yeah,
Perfect.
so we're just kind of covering right now. But yeah, like I think everybody, the moment he kind of popped into the screen, everybody's like, Shockwave! Like the fact that you could tell that it was Shockwave and
Yeah.
it looked good. Everybody was super excited, so we had to make sure to get him out there in Voyager as an appropriate scale for him and build out the rest of the Decepticons that show up in the beginning.
Yeah, so good. The colors are good. The little bit of battle damage on him.
Yeah, the gunmetal.
Looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah. just a fun figure. Again, available for pre-order now, so add it to your cart this afternoon when you're doing that. Just another great Bumblebee character, Decepticon.
Yeah, we have a few left.
Yeah, I love all the sculpt detail on the actual energon cord to his blaster.
Yeah.
That's really nice detail. I like the elongated like tank mode, spider tank mode, basically.
Yep, very much influenced by like Prime and like all that other stuff. So yeah,
just really looks good.
All right, so like I said, these three that we just reviewed, available now. Swoop, he'll be back in stock, I promise. You'll get another chance to get him. He's coming out this summer. We will make a bunch of Dinobots. You'll be able to add him to your collection. All right, so let's get into the new stuff. So it is our 40th anniversary. We've been celebrating with Legacy so far through the year. So let's talk about first, this guy actually happened to leak kind of early, but let's check out Sideburn here in his bot mode. You can see this beautiful car look he's got here. The front of his car goes on. And then we can also see Sideburn here in his alt mode. So let's talk about this guy.
So Hasui-san worked on this character. Obviously, it's a redeco of Shadow Striker. It was really nice to get this character in the line, obviously, following the HasLab.
Yep.
Just a really awesome deluxe version of this character. I mean, that original character, the original toy had like a licensed car, but here we actually did a different car style, which was a non-licensed, and it's much shared through like the Shadow Striker character, but I think Hasui-san really like made this come to life. The colors on this mold look really fantastic. The alternate head sculpt that actually has the translucent over his eye, but then his eye underneath is actually painted.
the asymmetry that was like the 2001 Carbot series.
You gotta love that. I
Yeah.
mean, this really does reign true to the series as far as the robot mode goes. He actually does have a little bit of a hint of metallic in his tint, which in the series you could see like there was like a lot of like shimmer highlights to him, and I just thought that it would fit very nicely. And he also obviously carries over his metallic flames on the front and the side of his car mode. We did paint the inner rims, so you do get that. Even if you want to pop these things off and put them on your Shadow Striker, you can. But yeah, I mean, it has all the deets, really.
So good.
Yeah,
So,
it's very good.
It's just wild to look at this mold and in such a different color and like, you know, have a different character. It really does look completely different than Shadow Striker.
And I mean, Evan and I were only kind of hinting that you could fit this on Ultra Magnus and Car Carrier mode during the entire campaign. So clearly, if you backed Omega Prime, you're going to need a Sideburn to go with it.
I think everybody knew when they saw Shadow Striker's chest, like with the engine, they're like, oh, we know who's coming.
yeah, yeah, pretty much.
All right, so let's talk about a new character next, and keeping with deluxe scale. So, and next in our Infernac universe, we have Nucleus. So this is our new Rock Lord inspired character. You can see him here in his bot mode, this beautiful white look, and then we can see him here in his alt mode. This vehicle form is pretty awesome.
Yeah, this
Alright,
came
let's
out
talk
pretty
about it.
wicked. Yeah, worked on this character with a Jima-san, totally brand new character. Dipped into the G1 series after I did the Death Crystal for Shard. I thought it was really nice to actually dip into Nucleon, which was in the G1 series. So if you actually use the power up of Nucleon, it actually looks like this chrome. As you can see, the chrome hits right here, on the character. And then if you keep the Nucleon on too long, you actually
You turn into an action master.
you can't transform anymore.
Yeah.
So it's like an awesome power up, but at the same time, you just can't keep it on forever because then you'll lose the ability to transform. I thought that concept there was really cool to add into this whole weaponizer faction, really, because you can power up your figures with all of the cool attachments and everything. As you can see, you got like a huge rocked out mace club. So this is actually modeled after like quartz. So there's a certain type of quartz that's actually white, and you can take a look at that actually for those mineral buffs out there. These characters do really take on those kinds of like, rocky texture. They're obviously sparkless bots. They have like the hollow chest. And you can see a lot of his head sculpt is very reminiscent of those old sci-fi android figures with
with the mohawk. And
yes, that's really what the
It's
inspiration was there, and I really do think it came out really.
They've been
cool.
a lot of fun too. Like we're taking rock lords kind of to like their next evolution, right? Like like it doesn't have to just be a rock. It could also have an alt mode and kind of imply it's all part of the same world to a point.
Yeah,
It's a lot of fun.
I love how it's a partial off of Magnius, but as you can see, the whole entire vehicle mode is more like a rocked out thruster, like almost like Batmobile-esque figure. Yeah, really cool.
All right. So we have one more new deluxe in this wave. There is a package refresh of Strong Arm, so anybody that missed her last year, you have a chance to get her in this wave. But let's look at Cybertron Hot Shot. This one was designed by Takara Tomy from beginning to end. So you see Hot Shot here in his bot mode. We can also check out his vehicle mode. It's like straight off the animation to your toy. Let's talk about Hot Shot.
I'm seeing a cyber key.
Yeah, the cyber key's there, and actually we did have a deco op to make it red, so it matches his cool manual pull-out wings here on the side of the vehicle mode and his robot mode. So Tomo-san actually brought this figure to life, and as you said, this is Takara-led. We just had a blast. I had a blast kind of sitting back and watching Tomo-san go to work on this figure. Obviously, the color scheme is very reminiscent of the old toy, but it also tries to emulate what was seen on the animation.
Yep.
But yes, you do get the cyber key with the Velocitron logo on there. Let's see if we get that there, right there.
Probably not.
Yeah, and
Clear.
he does have his. He doesn't have the missile on of his accessory for his blaster, but
he
it
does
is
have ankle
connected.
tilts.
He does have ankle tilts.
So-
It's actually a very poseable figure. It actually
Yeah,
really
it's
came out nice.
fantastic.
I love the sports car.
Yeah.
It's really Cybertronian love right there. You know.
It's a big beefy boy too for deluxe. Like
He is.
solid. He's solid.
Yeah, he actually scales very well with Starscream, as you know.
Perfect. And maybe scales pretty well with the last character
Oh.
we have to reveal for the day. So I got a lot of comments about this one when I used a certain piece of Covenant art at WonderCon for the Through the Space Bridge. But yes, officially confirming it's Cybertron Universe Vector Prime. So let's see Vector here in his bot mode. Comes with that beautiful sword. This is the render from the packaging. And then we can see here the vehicle mode that Mark pulled off with this. You're probably now figuring out what this was partialed off of as you're seeing the vehicle mode.
course.
But let's check it out on the table.
It's a very clever partial.
It's very
is.
well
Yeah.
done.
I think so. I think the colors really do bring him to life in his Cybertronian look. So he's partial off Jaxus, and I worked with Yuya-san over at Takara with this character, and I have to say, like, at first I was a little hesitant because of a lot of the sculpt details that we had to leave. But then once the colors really kind of came in on this character, I was like, wow, won me completely over. He actually does have the Minicon port. We couldn't fit the Minicon in here, but at least if you had the old, I think his name is Sharpshooter maybe, you can actually fit him on the front. You can actually, he does come along with his cyber key as well, and there's multiple placements of the cyber key. He does have his Blade of Time there, which is very epic.
You have the cyber key pegged into the front of the chest as well.
Right?
Okay,
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. We should probably showcase his, the sculpted detail and the actual deco operations for his orb is pretty mystical. This is just a fantastic character. Can we talk about the character for a second? Because
I just love, like, I love stock transformation sequences, and his always had like gears and clockwork because of like him being associated with time, and I always thought that was so cool.
Time shenanigans?
Yeah.
Never. We wouldn't have time shenanigans.
No, never. That's not like that's a theme of our line.
I mean, that's why it's so great to have this character come into Legacy, because all of the time shenanigans that have been going on, I mean, this guy is really the linchpin.
Yeah.
of
Now he can
Legacy.
decide if like this is good, is this bad, or
Yeah.
what's next? Like, do I have to reset the world? I don't know.
Right.
There's a lot of options now within what you get to build out for a story when you play with your figures.
And this is pretty sick.
I mean, it's a great
Yeah.
I mean,
spaceship.
just like as a spaceship in general.
The gold
is
on the
just
top
sick.
too is like so shiny,
Yeah,
perfectly
it's
pretty
inlaid.
great.
Yeah.
This figure is really good.
Woo. Here we go.
All right, so that's it for new reveals. This is Legacy Wave 3. So again, that was Deluxe. Wow, we'll have a day. Deluxe Sideburn for robots in disguise, so you can add that to your HasLab Omega Prime. Then we had our Infernac Universe Nucleus, so our new Armorizer Rocklord there. Then we also had Cybertron Hot Shot and Cybertron Vector Prime. So those are the new Cybertron getting some love too, because every series was somebody's first series. It's 40th anniversary. We want to make sure you're all getting some representation.
Correct.
So those will be available for pre-order today, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then. We have the other stuff that we talked about. We have our Pulse exclusive Grimlock from our comic anniversary pack. That will be 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for Pulse Premium members, 2 p.m. for everybody else. The Studio Series stuff, with the exception of Swoop and Optimus Prime, are available for pre-order now. Grimlock, also available for pre-order now, so you can do that. But we're not done yet. We keep getting a lot of love through the Space Bridge, so I thought we should try to keep doing that.
Cool.
So let's talk about what we would be revealing next time we finally get to meet with everybody. So up first is a Core Class Studio Series character taking us to the world of 86. We have Core Class Steeljaw.
Core Class 86 Steeljaw. Yep, we're trying to complete more of the cassettes, obviously, fill out.
We hear you. We hear you guys.
Everybody loves them.
Everyone loves
We
cassettes.
have to do them. We have to finish them.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
You're never gonna break my arm to be like, Evan, you have to make a robot lion. It's like, oh no.
It's so funny. All right. So let's talk about our next one. So this is actually going to kind of be a troop builder of the year in our Gamer Edition. So this is our generic Decepticon Trooper, right? I think we're calling him. I think generic is definitely in the title on the box. No, this is our Decepticon Trooper from the War for Cybertron. Maybe a little preview of what might be on the boxes on this slide. I don't know, because it was really hard to find just a picture of him.
Thank you for finding that picture, but that's literally what it is. Yeah, it's the Deluxe Decepticon Trooper from the War for Cybertron video game. Okay,
so
next.
So troop building. We're going to bring you some troop building for your Gamer Edition, so you can build out some shelves now that we have some characters, right?
Yep.
All right. Then who doesn't love a Seeker, right? So we got a Voyager coming. Clearly was in that scene in the beginning of the movie.
Along with many others.
Yeah,
You could probably argue that he might have bit it with Bumblebee jumped on top of him. Or that might have been someone else.
You never know.
You never know.
Coming up is Voyager Bumblebee movie Skywarp. So you can see here purple, blacks. Again, beautiful colors in this. I mean, I really like Skywarp in general. So
I mean, who doesn't?
I think there are a lot of Skywarp fans out there.
This will complete the original trio. So
perfect.
Collection finishers we like.
We try.
We like those.
All right. And then let's talk about Leader. So Leader, another 86 character this year. I think people are going to be pretty excited about this. We get to fix some things from War for Cybertron. We have 86 Springer.
Yes. Yeah, just to kind of put it out there. Essentially, we took that Voyager War for Cybertron Springer and we're plussing him up. We partialed him out and we're beefing him up to kind of be more representative of how we looked in the movie.
Yeah.
So,
triple changer.
I always have better things to do tonight than die.
Every time. So, all right. And then sticking with, we talked about Optimus Prime was what we call our A level. So there's another character in that assortment that you'll be able to toy hunt all summer. But we're also going to reveal it. We have an 86 Bumblebee.
We do have an 86 Bumblebee.
This is, it's beautiful. Evan did a great job on this character.
So excited.
Can't wait for you all to see just how awesome this character came out. It will be soon. You'll get to see it very soon.
This just hits all the points of A to Z for Bumblebee for me. Like it's just my Bumblebee. I'm so happy, so happy.
All right, and then last but not least to talk about our next Pulse exclusive in the comic line coming in our third offering will be none other than Leader Straxus. So use the Dan Kana art here. Not going to be fully like that, but very much from the pages of the comics. It looks awesome. Evan got the FEP in the other day. The colors look great. Can't wait to show you the packaging. Amy killed it on the box just like she did on the first two.
Absolutely.
Again, you get to build out that mural more. That'll be a lot of fun.
Big beefy boy.
At some point, we'll have to do a blaster so they can fight, like with that comic book head.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying we should anniversary the comic book capsule and do more of them?
I wouldn't be against it.
Sell it in.
Perfect. All right. So, favorite thing we talked about today?
We showed a lot today, and you've done a lot of talking, so thank you for doing all the talking.
Favorite thing? Mine's Vector Prime. Easy.
That Vector Prime is awesome.
He's pretty good. Love the Vector Prime. Just love the character.
I probably have to go with Swoop.
Yep.
Ooh, yeah.
Finishes your Dinobots.
Yeah, finishes the Dinobot. I will say the Deluxe Optimus Prime is also great.
And actually, I'm partial to Nucleon because that's just like a completely new character, and it was really fun to work on.
Yeah.
For me, it's just Grimlock again, but I really enjoy the comic capsule. I think once everybody gets to see all of it together, it'll also be a lot of fun. I'm very much looking forward to how we're going to reveal the fourth one. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm very excited for that. So, quick recap. Again, Legacy United Wave 3, Sideburn, Nucleus, Hot Shot, and Vector Prime, available for pre-order today, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Pulse exclusive comic anniversary Grimlock, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Pulse only for Pulse Premium members, available to everyone else at 2 p.m. Sideswipe, Sunstreaker, and Shockwave should be available for pre-order now. You can add those to your cart whenever you feel like it. Robosen Grimlock also should be available for pre-order now, so make sure you add that.
Robosen Megatron.
Robosen Megatron, that one.
Yeah.
See, it's been a long day.
You can probably still get Robosen Grimlock.
You can also still get Robosen Grimlock. You may as well buy both while you're there, so they can fight it out.
Yeah.
And then I think that's it. Right?
Well, we talked about Swoop.
Oh, we did talk about Swoop. He'll be back. I promise you'll get a chance to order him, get him. He'll be in stock this summer. Same with Optimus Prime. If you enjoy the thrill of the hunt, you will have a chance to go find him at store this summer. So until next time, thank you all for joining us. I'm sure that was a long one. Head on over to HasbroPulse.com, get all that information on Megatron, and get your pre-orders going at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. Until next time, guys. Thanks.
Megatron, leader of the Decepticons.
The archenemy is here. Introducing the world's first auto-converting Decepticon robot, Megatron by Robosen. Designed with a modern aesthetic and supervised by Takara Tomy Japan. Megatron stands at 21 inches tall, featuring more than 4,500 premium materials, and powered by 118 chips, controlling 36 high-precision servo motors, enabling fluid transformation and actions.
Decepticons, attack! Crush them! Crush them all!
Interact with your Megatron through an extensive library of voice commands. Voiced by Frank Welker, the Megatron himself from the G1 series. Or command him by remote control using your mobile device. Beyond the built-in actions, customize your Megatron by programming unique actions and sequences through the app, or use easy programming mode. Now you can make him move without your phone. Fierce and formidable, Megatron will win any fight for Cybertron when equipped with the light-up Energon Sword and Energon Mace. Featuring individual controlled track treads, enabling the tank to perform pivot turns, mimicking real tank movements. Nothing will stop Megatron, featuring 4 tank shells that shoot up to 60 centimeters, powered by an advanced electric spring release mechanism. Featuring 2 touch sense zones, providing emotional action feedback when interacted with. Now you can get a more accurate battery reading in the battery indicator. Megatron will never run out of Energon ever again.
Try and stop me, Prime. Nothing can stop me now. Not even you. It's time to finish this. A pleasure to see you, good Prime.
Megatron G1 Flagship Edition by Robosen. Order now.